Hello everyone, welcome to Kansas Future Breaking News Chiefs Kingdom. The Kansas City Chiefs have just dropped a bombshell update about their secondary, and it could change everything we thought we knew heading into the playoffs. A veteran signing we all had high hopes for might not be the quick fix we expected. So, what's really going on behind the scenes? Stick around because, in the next few minutes, I'm diving into the shocking details of what Steve Spagnuolo just revealed, and why this decision could make or break our postseason dreams. I'm bringing you breaking news that's bound to shake up expectations for the rest of the season. A major update has just come directly from the Kansas City Chiefs coaching staff, and let me tell you, no one saw this coming. What defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo revealed could completely redefine how we view the Chiefs' secondary heading into the most critical stretch of the season. So don't go anywhere. Every moment of this update is vital for understanding what's next for our team. As the Kansas City Chiefs gear up for a pivotal matchup in the final stages of the regular season, their secondary remains a significant question mark. Ever since Jaylen Watson went down with an ankle injury, finding the perfect partner for Trent McDuffie at cornerback has felt like a never-ending saga filled with twists and turns. Even with the recent signing of seasoned veteran Steven Nelson, the solution still feels frustratingly out of reach. Now let's talk about Steven Nelson for a moment. This is a name Chiefs fans know well. Nelson, who spent the early days of his career in Kansas City, was brought back into the fold as a potential fix for the team's defensive struggles. Many believed his experience and familiarity with the organization would make him an instant contributor. But here's the twist. Steve Spagnuolo has just made it clear that activating Nelson to the active roster is not a top priority right now. Shocking, right? When asked about Nelson's potential role, Spagnuolo responded with a cryptic, "Good question. Hard to answer." He went on to explain that the biggest hurdle is the limited time for Nelson to adapt to the team's current defensive system. While Nelson did play for the Chiefs in the past, Spagnuolo pointed out that the defensive schemes have evolved significantly since then. Even if he was here before, it was before the system, Spagnuolo explained. So it's going to take a while. This revelation caught many by surprise, especially since Nelson's signing was seen as a move to provide immediate help. Spagnuolo was candid, emphasizing that for now, Nelson is viewed as more of an emergency option, a backup plan in case the current starters can't hold the line. "I don't think you just mess things up to mess them up," Spagnuolo said. "Having Steve there is a good emergency, just in case." The Chiefs' secondary has been battling challenges all season, even before the recent injury to Shamari Connor, which only made things more complicated. With Connor sidelined, the Chiefs have had to get creative. Players like Christian and Wallace have stepped up, and McDuffie has taken on an even larger role. While there have been bright spots, including a clutch interception by McDuffie in their last game, the consistency just isn't there. And with the regular season nearing its end, these uncertainties in the secondary could prove critical for the team's postseason aspirations. Time is running out for the Chiefs. The clock is ticking for the Kansas City Chiefs to experiment with their roster. Their upcoming game against the Pittsburgh Steelers will be a critical test, and as of now, it seems unlikely that Steven Nelson will be on the field to face his former team. This raises serious questions. Are the coaching staff ready to trust younger players like Joshua Williams and Nazeeh Johnson in high-pressure situations, or will they eventually turn to Nelson, hoping his veteran presence can provide some much-needed stability? Here's the reality. Steven Nelson, who is about to turn 32, hasn't played professional football since January. That's nearly a full year out of the game. While Spagnuolo has praised Nelson's work ethic and experience, the challenges of adjusting to a new system in such a short time are undeniable. On the flip side, having a seasoned player like Nelson as a contingency plan could be exactly what the Chiefs need to avoid any surprises in the playoffs. But that brings us to the million-dollar question. What will it take for Nelson to earn a real shot at getting on the field? And if he gets that opportunity, can he rise to the occasion and meet the high expectations that come with wearing a Chiefs uniform again? With the playoffs just around the corner, every decision by the coaching staff carries immense weight. Each move could mean the difference between playoff success and an early exit. The upcoming Steelers game will provide another opportunity to assess the current secondary, but the clock is ticking. For now, Steven Nelson remains a bit of an enigma, a player with potential but also many unknowns. Chiefs fans, I want to hear from you. Should Nelson be activated immediately to bring some veteran stability to the defense? Or do you agree with the coaching staff's cautious approach of giving younger players more time to step up? A crucial offensive line decision. Here's another dilemma. Do you rush Creed Humphrey back into the lineup for one of the most critical games of the season? Or do you stick with Joe Thuney, who has been holding it down at left tackle? Thuney has proven he can handle elite pass rushers like Myles Garrett and has been a consistent presence all year. In my opinion, consistency might outweigh potential at this stage. Even if Humphrey is technically ready, there's a difference between being medically cleared and being game ready. Throwing him into the fire without proper preparation could backfire in a big way. If Humphrey doesn't play on Christmas, his window to make an impact this season shrinks considerably. He might get a shot in the final regular season game against the Broncos, but even that's uncertain. And here's the harsh truth. If Humphrey can't prove his reliability now, it's hard to see him being a factor in the playoffs. The Chiefs can't afford to gamble on an unproven left tackle in do-or-die situations. The safer bet might be to stick with Thuney and keep Humphrey on the bench until he's fully ready to contribute. This raises an important question for all of you. Who do you trust to protect Mahomes' blindside in the postseason? A battle-tested Thuney or an injury-prone Humphrey who hasn't had time to establish chemistry with the offense? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because this debate isn't going away anytime soon. Exciting times for Chiefs fans. At the end of the day, the Chiefs are in a precarious but exciting position. Mahomes is suiting up, Hollywood Brown is making his long-awaited debut, and the Humphrey situation remains a wild card. These are the moments that define a season. The margin for error is razor thin, and every decision will ripple through the rest of the year. But one thing is certain, this team has the talent, grit, and leadership to overcome any challenge. Whether it's Mahomes gutting it out on one good leg, Brown lighting up defenses, or Thuney stepping up in a big way, the Chiefs have all the pieces to make a deep playoff run. One thing's for sure, the next few weeks promise to be a roller coaster ride for Chiefs fans. This serves as a short prologue to some good news. The Chiefs have acquired defensive tackle Siaki Ika and brought back veteran cornerback Steven Nelson just in time for the playoff push. But not all the news is rosy. We'll also provide the latest on Patrick Mahomes' ankle injury and discuss Travis Kelce's honest comments about his future in the NFL. Let's dive in. Roster moves strengthen Chiefs defense. The Kansas City Chiefs have bolstered their roster with two significant signings to provide defensive depth for the final stretch of the regular season and the upcoming playoffs. 1. Siaki Ika joins the practice squad. The Chiefs have added former Cleveland Browns defensive tackle Siaki Ika to their practice squad. Ika, a third-round pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, is known for his immense size and strength, standing 6'3" and weighing 335 pounds. His ability to clog lanes, collapse pockets, and disrupt opposing offenses, particularly in the run game, makes him a promising addition. While his time with the Browns was uneventful, the Chiefs see potential in this young lineman. Ika gained recognition at Baylor, where he tallied 70 tackles and 5 sacks while anchoring their defense. The Chiefs believe that with the right development, Ika could become a crucial contributor during the postseason. Whether he remains on the practice squad or gets called up to the active roster, Ika's presence is a testament to the Chiefs' commitment to shoring up their defensive line. 2. Steven Nelson returns to Kansas City. In a move that excites fans and bolsters the defensive backfield, the Chiefs have reunited with former cornerback Steven Nelson. After announcing his retirement earlier this year, Nelson signed with the Chiefs practice squad on December 9, 2024, marking his return to Kansas City, where he played from 2015 to 20. Nelson's experience and leadership come at a critical time, with injuries plaguing the secondary. In 130 career games, Nelson has recorded 456 tackles, 13 interceptions, and 65 passes defended. His football IQ and ability to stay calm under pressure will prove invaluable as the Chiefs gear up for the playoffs. Whether he assumes a prominent role on the field or provides depth and mentorship to younger players, Nelson's return strengthens the Chiefs' already formidable secondary. Patrick Mahomes' ankle injury update. Patrick Mahomes injured his right ankle during a heated game against the Cleveland Browns on December 10, 2024, which the Chiefs won 21-7. Late in the fourth quarter, Mahomes attempted to throw a pass while under heavy pressure from two defenders. After a heavy hit, he fell awkwardly, leaving the field limping. Fans and teammates feared the worst as they awaited news on the injury's severity. Fortunately, coach Andy Reid later confirmed that it was a high ankle sprain, not a fracture, which negates the need for surgery. However, high ankle sprains are notorious for sidelining players for weeks and often require careful management to prevent setbacks. What's next for the Chiefs? These roster moves and injury updates highlight the delicate balance the Chiefs must maintain as they prepare for the postseason. The addition of Ika and Nelson reflects a blend of youth and experience aimed at strengthening both the defensive front and secondary. Meanwhile, Mahomes' recovery will be a critical storyline as the team's Super Bowl aspirations rest heavily on his health. Chiefs fans, what are your thoughts? Are you excited about the new signings? Do you think Mahomes' injury will affect the team's playoff push? Let us know in the comments as we gear up for what promises to be an exhilarating race to the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes' ankle injury, a crucial crossroads. Patrick Mahomes injured his right ankle during a critical game against the Cleveland Browns on December 10, 2024, which the Chiefs won 21-7. Late in the fourth quarter, Mahomes, while trying to throw under pressure from two defenders, took a heavy hit and fell awkwardly. Fans and teammates feared the worst as he limped off the field. Fortunately, coach Andy Reid confirmed that it was a high ankle sprain and not a fracture, which negates the need for surgery. However, high ankle sprains are more severe than regular sprains and can significantly affect a player's mobility and performance. Mahomes has been listed as week to week and has already begun his recovery process. With the Chiefs sitting at an impressive 13-1 record and positioned for the top seed in the AFC, the team faces a critical decision. Prioritize home field advantage in the postseason or give Mahomes the time needed to recover fully for a potential Super Bowl run. Mahomes is known for his toughness, famously leading the Chiefs to a Super Bowl 54 victory while battling ankle and knee issues. However, this injury could prompt the Chiefs to adopt a more cautious approach, balancing the short-term need for wins with Mahomes' long-term health. Resting Mahomes might cost the Chiefs home field advantage, but could ensure he's at his best for the playoffs. Fans and analysts alike will closely monitor his recovery, hoping he can return to full strength in time for the postseason. Travis Kelce hints at retirement. A legend reflects on his future. Chiefs legendary tight end Travis Kelce recently sparked speculation about his future in the NFL. In a candid interview, Kelce admitted that his body is starting to feel the wear and tear of the game after nearly a decade of high-level play. "You never know how much longer you'll be out here," Kelce stated, igniting conversations about how much longer fans will get to see one of the greatest tight ends in NFL history. This season has been particularly challenging for Kelce. While he remains the cornerstone of the Chiefs' offense and continues to be Patrick Mahomes' most reliable target, his production has dipped. He's endured an uncharacteristic touchdown drought and hasn't consistently racked up the yardage he's known for. Despite these struggles, Kelce's leadership and ability to deliver in clutch moments remain invaluable to the team. Recently, he became the fastest tight end in NFL history to reach 1,000 receiving yards, achieving the milestone in just 172 games. He surpassed the legendary Tony Gonzalez to cement his place among the game's all-time greats. Kelce's unparalleled chemistry with Mahomes has been a cornerstone of the Chiefs' success. Their partnership has delivered countless game-winning plays and critical third-down conversions. Even as Kelce reflects on the toll of the game, his contributions to Kansas City's championship aspirations are irreplaceable. Looking ahead, with Mahomes' injury and Kelce's future on fans' minds, the Chiefs face a critical stretch as the postseason looms. Can they maintain their dominance with Mahomes recovering? Will Kelce add another chapter to his storied career with a deep playoff run? Chiefs fans, what are your thoughts? Should Mahomes sit out to heal, or should the team push for the top seed with him in the lineup? And how much longer do you think Kelce will continue to dominate on the field? Let us know in the comments as we gear up for what promises to be an exciting playoff push.